Remember, there's some pretty important information here in the disclaimer. You might want to give the video a quick pause and read it.
Oh, hey everybody, it's me, Sonic! Sonic the Hedgehog! Just here to remind you that if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. And for even more amazing customs, don't forget to subscribe to Wake Angel 2001, because between you and me, they're way past cool.
Hello, my friends. This is Wake Angel 2001, coming at you January 31st, the last day of the month, and I managed to squeeze out another custom, so I can claim to have made 4 for January. Haha, averaging 1 a week. I can do this. This is a commission for One Man Alliance, and it is Metal Knuckles. Ah, yes, Metal Knuckles. I've made this guy plenty of times before, and this is the version of him that's more or less accurate to his portrayal from the Archie Sonic comic. It's not quite accurate to the way he appeared in the games, or how he looked in the 30th anniversary special put out by IDW, but, you know, it's an iconic look for the character that some people are still quite nostalgic for, myself included. So, do I really have too much to say about this? I mean, I've made him a bunch of times, and this is the character that doesn't have a lot of modification from the base figure. As you know, the arms are still 3D printed from a model that I made myself in Tinkercad. I take no small amount of personal pride in that fact. And, well, you know, they're just kind of, I drill holes into them so I can stick the forearms in. Yeah, I mean, ideally they would work as wrist joints, but because of the nature of the 3D printed plastic and how it's a little bit rougher, I would not recommend trying to rotate them on that wrist joint too much. It'll probably tear the softer plastic underneath, and I do not want that guilt trip on my conscience. The torso does require a bit of sculpting on there. Mostly I just gotta cut the tail off and then make that little rocket nozzle. It's essentially a cone of epoxy stuck back there. And, yeah, just gotta repaint the Guardian swoosh to go up past the shoulders, because that's, you know, how it looks. The legs, this is actually kind of the scariest part of the custom, because it's where I have to take the knife to it. Cutting off the little shoelace thing on top is simple enough. It's the bottom part that's a little bit stressful, because I had to stab the knife all the way through the sole of the shoe, and if I slip up here, this is the part where I can really cut my fingers open, and I do not want to do that. Fortunately, it didn't happen this time. Modifications to the head. Basically, you just boil it to soften everything up, and then separate the dread cap from the face part. And then, at an angle, cut off the ends of the dreadlocks so that you can paint on the little vent things. The hardest part is keeping everything symmetrical, but with patience and the sheer muscle memory that I built up from how many times I've done this before, it's not that big an issue for me. I sculpted on the pointier robot nose with epoxy sculpt, and I almost forgot to do it, but so I actually didn't have the individual picture taken, but I did put the little cheek bolts on. They're actually segments cut from a toothpick, which I glued onto the sides of the head. So with all that said and done, here is the completed Metal Knuckles figure. Yep, good old Metal Knuckles, ready to punch things and run really fast and get assimilated by a kudzu vine and turn into like a zombie robot, because why not? I don't know, I got really anxious to get this project completed because I've really been struggling on catching up with all these commissions, so I guess I kind of been obsessing over it, and I stayed up into the wee hours to get those finishing touches on. But, the journey continues. Hopefully I'll be able to catch up on all of the figures that people want me to make before, the wait time gets so long that people start to lose interest. We do not want that to happen. So, on to the next figure. This is Wake Angel 2001, signing off.